Hello, this is Marty Hazell, and today I'd like to talk to you about striving for work-life balance while working from home. For all of us in the Planning and Economic Development Department, just like virtually every other workplace, the switch to working remotely last spring came swiftly and unexpectedly when the COVID-19 pandemic hit. At the onset, this sudden change left most of us concerned about how to continue service delivery and maintain workforce productivity. But when it became necessary to work from home during the pandemic, we demonstrated our resiliency and changeability by adapting quickly and providing uninterrupted service delivery in virtually all areas. Shortly thereafter, however, an opposite concern emerged. Instead of needing to motivate and assist staff in being able to work productively from home, our people leaders began to notice staff continually working longer and harder. Many reported having difficulty shutting off at the end of the workday, maintaining healthy boundaries between their work and personal lives, and for some, the added pressures of having their kids at home and sharing makeshift workstations with their work from home spouses. While some staff adapted earlier than others in being able to work their normal business hours without being distracted, many in our workforce are still transitioning to comfortable working from home conditions. For me, settling into a good daily work from home routine took 2 or 3 weeks, but it wasn't until recently that I figured out my optimum ergonomics and work surface. While everyone is working in differing situations and conditions, regular work from home days can involve intermingled work and family lives, frequent interruptions and distractions, working long hours, neglecting to take breaks, irregular eating habits, constantly shifting work surfaces, insufficient ergonomics, etc., etc. And so we began to move more towards encouraging staff to set boundaries and to take care of themselves. And over time, we became concerned about the mental well-being of some of the workforce, with reports of workers feeling disconnected, lonely, and burned out. Being able to work from home certainly has its benefits, but despite being able to spend more time around family, not having to commute, and being able to answer emails while lounging on the couch, some people are feeling depressed, burned out, anxious, and generally out of sorts. And while some have begun transitioning back to their normal workplaces, for most of us, we don't know when or if we'll return to our regular workstations. We could be working from home for some time. Thus, it's important that we have a solid plan to deal with balancing our work and personal lives while working from home. When we think of work-life balance, we generally see that as living in perfect harmony, with equal hours spent on both our work and our personal lives. But work-life balance while working from home is really about having a healthy blend to both aspects of our life, a blend that works for our personal situations, priorities, and life. Achieving a good work-life balance while working from home will take careful thought and planning. I encourage each of you to define what work-life balance while working from home means to you, and to take some time to create habits that foster a healthy work-life balance. And be sure to discuss your plan with your manager so that they can support you as necessary. And so now I'd like to leave you some tips from my personal plan that help me work towards a good work-life balance while working from home. First of all, discuss and establish clear remote work expectations with your people leader. Are you crystal clear on what's expected of you in terms of workload and priorities? Does he or she expect you to always be available during core working hours, or is flexibility in your workday allowed, provided that you meet your work expectations? Be sure to communicate with your people leader. The ability to communicate forms the basis of any solid relationship. Endeavor to have regular check-ins to discuss your priorities and workload, as well as any concerns and support you might need. And for people leaders, be sure to connect with your team as often as you can, not just when you need them. Set up a proper work surface or workstation. Try to create a dedicated workspace to help you stay focused when working from home, one that's comfortable and works for you. This will make it easier to mentally move from work to home mode when your workday is over. My end of day routine involves leaving my desk and spending a few minutes watching concerts on Netflix before dinner. Try to set regular work hours and plan to disconnect. When you're available all the time, your workday never ends. Set regular work hours and try to stick to them whenever you can. And be sure to log off at the end of your scheduled workday so you can fully focus on other things. Take breaks. It's easy to lose track of time and forget to take breaks like we might in the office. Move away from your desk for a few minutes, get some fresh air, take a short walk, but be sure to build in some breaks during your workday. I sometimes just take a quick walk down to the corner and back, and I often ride my stationary bike while catching up on emails. Make time for yourself. Be sure to build some personal time into your schedule. Do something you enjoy and take your mind off work for a short time. Exercise, hobbies, meditation, etc. Something which will help you re-energize and refocus mentally. Create a virtual water cooler. Take a few minutes each week to check in with your coworkers by phone or WebEx. Call them, text them, schedule video coffee breaks, whatever your schedule permits. Connect and socialize, but try to keep work talk to a minimum. Have a support network. Don't be afraid to reach out to a family member, trusted friend or colleague, or to seek assistance from our Employee and Family Assistance Program. For me, this regularly involves reaching out to my friends and close coworkers for a phone chat once in a while. It really helps when I just need to lift my spirits. And overall, be kind to yourself. Our quest for a comfortable work-life balance won't be perfect, and sometimes it might be a moving target. Stay the course, adjust your work from home routine as necessary, but don't beat yourself up. Be kind and supportive to yourself as you would be to a close friend and coworker. Thank you, and I wish you all the best on your work-life balance journey.